Seventh time crossing over. This time, I'm the rich and arrogant villain of a prestigious family, and my opponent is Long Out Yin, the invincible protagonist with X-ray vision, ancient martial arts, and divine doctor skills. According to the script, today I'm supposed to end up with a broken leg and then go offline to recover. To save my skin, I'm desperately trying to set him up with the female lead, even voluntarily breaking off the engagement and stepping aside. But the female lead not only refuses to back off, she openly forces me into marriage in front of everyone. Seeing Long Out Yin's face grow darker, I cling to my bodyguard's leg and sob. Bro, I'm begging you. Please don't throw a punch. I really don't want to die again. In the northern city of Snow Capital, the wind cut like a knife against the floor to ceiling windows of the Liu estate. But the heating inside was cranked up high, with a gathering of celebrities and a champagne tower reflecting the glow of extravagance. I, Liu Changwen, was huddled in the shadows of a corner when my body jolted and I woke up. Before the familiar dizziness in my head even faded, I knew I was back. This was the seventh time. In the first 6 times, I died at the hands of Xiao Yin, Yi Feng, Chu Feng, Yi Chun, Long Out Yin, and Zhao Ritian. Each death was more bizarre than the last. Some had their skulls smashed by a palm, some were pierced through the heart by a flying sword, and the most tragic one died from cultivation deviation after being glared at by the protagonist. Are the male leads in web novels even human? They're cheaters, the chosen sons of heaven. They have extraordinary talents, medical skills, ancient martial arts, cultivation, gambling, X-ray vision. Any cheat ability you can think of, they have it all. Even more insane is their luck. No matter how the villain schemes, it always falls apart due to various coincidences, and then the protagonist steps on them. And you have to hear that infuriating line. You mere ant, daring to compete with a bright moon. And I am the ant under the bright moon, responsible for delivering experience, equipment, and women to the protagonist. 57. Survive until the final chapter without being killed by the protagonist. Then I can return to the real world with a huge reward. Treat my mother's illness. Her condition can't be delayed any longer. This is my only obsession. So, even if there are 10,000 alpacas stampeding in my heart, I have to endure it. The script this time is called War God Roams the Flower City, the collection of beauties. The title is terribly tacky, and the protagonist is still that fearsome Long Out Yin. He is the war god of the border, returning to unite the forces of the northern states. Currently, he is lying low and working as a security guard for the Lung family. And today is the key plot point of Chapter 9, the engagement banquet between me and Lung Qingxiu, the eldest daughter of the Lung family. According to the original novel, I would announce the engagement in a grand manner at this moment, humiliating Long Out Yin. Then Long Out Yin would step forward, play the hero saving the beauty, and break one of my legs on the spot. From then on, he would win Lung Qingxiu's heart and start his harem journey. I don't want to break a leg. Really, it hurts too much. And if I break my leg, I'll have to lie low for several chapters, which is prone to accidents. I took a deep breath, rushed into the bathroom, and splashed my face hard with cold water. The man in the mirror was handsome and wealthy, but with a look of bad luck. I gritted my teeth at the mirror. Liu Changwen, remember, this time we have to play it safe and steady. Like a turtle withdrawing into its shell. After calming my mood, I straightened my tie and pushed open the door to go out. As soon as I stepped out of the bathroom, I ran into an ice wall, a living, breathing one. Dressed in a white haute couture evening gown, she was breathtakingly beautiful. She was the eldest daughter of the Lung family, the CEO of Qianfeng Group, and also the goddess I had been pining after for 3 years. Of course, in the original novel, she was also one of the core members of Long Out Yin's harem. She looked at me, her gaze as cold as the Siberian tundra. Liu Qingwen, I'm not going to marry you. Just give up on that idea. In the past, I would have clung to her. After all, my character was that of a lovesick villain. But now, hearing those words, I felt like kneeling down and calling her my savior. Big sis, you're truly my second life giver. Please spare me if I marry you. I want to live to see another year. Sure, you've got a killer figure and a stunning face, but unfortunately, you're a lovesick fool whose IQ got nerfed by the plot. The moment Long Out Yin throws a little charm your way, you'll willingly join his harem. It's a pity that generations of Lung family's hard work will all end up benefiting that bastard surnamed Long. I was screaming internally, but I squeezed out a smile uglier than crying, even with a hint of relief. I agree. The air froze for a second. Lung Qingxiu was stunned. She probably never expected that Lu Chengwen, who had clung to her like a mangy dog for 3 years and used his family's power to force a marriage, would agree so readily. She squinted, staring at me intently. In that instant, I felt her gaze turn unsettling, as if she could see through my skin, right into my filthy, true heart. Wait, why isn't she moving? What's wrong with this dumb woman? I've even called off the marriage alliance, and she's still this furious? But she's Long Outyen's woman. I absolutely can't offend her. Luckily, female leads are all brainless. She should be easy to placate. Getting rid of her quickly is the real priority. I stepped forward with a smile. My tone is sincere as a scumbag's. Qingxiu, I've thought it through. We really aren't a good fit. A forced melon isn't sweet. Let's just be ordinary friends from now on. Seriously, I swear I'll never bother you again. Lung Qingxiu's pupils contracted slightly. She heard it. She definitely heard it. In that moment, my voice had echoed in her mind. Those crude, genuine, mocking thoughts stood in stark contrast to the 3 words she had heard. I agree. What licking shoes, what harem, what dragon pride heaven. Lung Qingxiu's face turned ashen in an instant. She, the esteemed eldest daughter of a Lung family, was being mentally described by this debauched son as a servant who licks shoes. And she was supposed to serve one man alongside 999 women. Absurd, ridiculous, insulting. But what shocked her even more was Dragon Pride Heaven, the security guard who had been hired just a few days ago. She forced down the anger raging in her chest and stared at me coldly. Are you sure? Sure, 100,000 times sure. Hurry up and become a trinket for your war god brother. Right now, I just want to stay 8 yards away from you to keep myself alive. I said out loud, of course. Let's go talk to the elders and clear things up. After you. Lung Qingxiu's chest heaved violently. She strode toward the banquet hall, each step seeming to tread on my nerves. I followed behind, overjoyed. All right. 3 years of effort might as well have been fed to the dogs. As long as the engagement is broken off with my villainous status and looks, where can I pick up 10 or 8 pretty girls? She likes being part of a harem. That's her fate. I can't stop her. I don't want to. I must cut ties cleanly, not get even a bit of mud on me. Lung Qingxiu suddenly stopped, turned around, and glared at me angrily. Her look was as if she wanted to devour me alive. I was taken aback, then immediately put on a big smile. What? Worried I'll trick you? Lu Chengwen, swear on the lamp that I won't pull any tricks. I said I'd disappear, and I'll disappear completely from your life. Are you happy now? Lung Qingxiu was trembling with rage. Before, I was her nightmare. Now, I want to become heir fat chance. Since you can hear my thoughts, since you know so many strange things, the future 251. At that moment, the banquet hall doors swung open, and the elders and guests from the Lung and Lu families all looked over. Oh dear, why are you arguing at the door again? You youngsters quarrel in bed and make up in bed. I pulled Lung Qingxiu into the hall. Under everyone's astonished gaze, I spoke first, taking her parents' hands, my face full of sincerity and grief. Uncle, Annie, Mom, Dad, Qingxiu, and I have discussed it. We've decided not to get engaged. The whole room was in an uproar. I continued my act, beating my chest and stamping my feet, my eyes slightly red. Qingxiu is strong, independent, and intelligent. She deserves someone who truly understands and loves her. Although I love her more than myself, true love is about fulfillment, about letting go. There's a kind of love called letting go, giving up eternity for love. I was almost moved to tears by my own acting, while my mind was flooded with scrolling comments. Poor Lung family. Generations of family wealth all ends up benefiting Long Outyen. And these family patriarchs, too, letting their daughters become part of the harem is one thing. But giving away billions in assets, as well, clearly something wrong with their heads. Lung Qingxiu stood beside me, listening to my inner mutterings. The corner of her mouth curled into a cold arc. Lu Guanghong, my father, looked at me suspiciously. A father knows his son best. He knew I, a scoundrel, was up to no good. Lung Qingxiu suddenly spoke, her voice crisp and clear, ringing through the entire hall. Uncles and aunties, Mom and Dad, I agree to be engaged to Brother Chengwen. Boom! I felt like my skull had been struck by lightning. I turned my head, my eyes bulging like copper bells, staring at Lung Qingxiu as if I were looking at a madwoman. What the heck are you doing, sis? Agreeing to an engagement? That's insane. You're the harem of Long Outyin. You're supposed to be licking his boots. By doing this, Long Outyin will definitely beat me to death. That guy's been scheming to get close to you all along, just to play the underdog and show off at the critical moment. He wants you and your family to like him, so he can smoothly take over the Lung family. Stick to the damn script. Lung Qingxiu looked at my terrified expression and sneered inwardly. You want to break off the engagement? Did you ask me? You've disgusted me for 3 years, and now you want to just walk away and assume I'll become a plaything for a bodyguard. Today, I'm going to disgust you back. I like to see that so-called Long Outyin. 333. Both families instantly got excited and began heatedly discussing the wedding details. I was caught in the middle, my mind a complete blank. I pulled Lung Qingxiu aside, lowering my voice, so anxious I was about to cry. Qingxiu, have you lost your mind? This engagement can't go through, really. Lung Qingxiu snorted, her eyes defiant. I think you're the one who's not normal. What, scared? Scared? What am I scared of? I struggled to calm myself. I'm doing this for your own good. Think about it. Am I annoying? Disgusting? Nauseating? Super nauseating. Without hesitation, she said yes. And you still want to get engaged to me? Yes. I was completely stunned. This woman is crazy. At that moment, the MC had already stepped onto the stage and excitedly announced, "Ladies and gentlemen, entrusted by the Liu and Lung families, I am here today to announce a major piece of news. Mr. Liu Chengwen, eldest son of the Liu family, and Miss Lung Qingxiu, eldest daughter of the Lung family, will hold their engagement ceremony on the 10th of next month." Just then, a loud shout rang out from the crowd. I object. My heart sank halfway. He's here. That man has come. The MC glanced at him. Someone, get this low-level security guard out of here. Liu Chengwen's legs went weak at the sight of Long Outyin. He couldn't help but take a step back. Lung Qingxiu looked at Liu Chengwen, deeply shocked inside. He had really called it right. Long Outyin walked up to the MC. The MC tried to push him away, but Long Outyin flung him off the stage in one move. Lung Qingxiu glared at him. Long Outyin, what are you doing? Long Outyin grabbed Lung Qingxiu by the shoulders. Qingxiu, please rest assured, I will never allow anyone to force you. Your destiny should be in your own hands. To be honest, if the plot followed its usual course, Liu Chengwen being shameless, the Liu family throwing their weight around, and her own parents willing to push this marriage a convenience, then for Long Outyin to step up at this moment would have made Lung Qingxiu very surprised and moved. This bodyguard had performed remarkably in an accident a few days ago, showing extraordinary skill, and had indeed earned her admiration. That was why she had specially taken him on as her personal bodyguard, and over the past few days, her impression of him had been continuously improving and surpassing previous expectations. But with Liu Chengwen's psychological groundwork laid in advance, the whole flavor changed. At this moment, Lung Qingxiu only felt that this guy was scheming to get close to her, plotting against her family property, insidious and disgusting even more so than Liu Chengwen. Lung Qingxiu pushed his hand away. Long Outyin, you're just my bodyguard. My family matters are none of your concern. Qingxiu, I know your worries. Rest assured, as long as I'm here today, no one will force you into a marriage alliance. Liu Chengwen nodded. Of course, you're so impressive. There should be plenty more righteous words to say. Go ahead, speak your mind, it's harmless. As the war god, you need to let everyone know you're on the side of justice. Please begin your performance. Long Outyin turned around and addressed all the guests in a clear voice. The dignified 4 great families of Snow City, instead of earning profits through legitimate means, you rely on sacrificing a girl's happiness to bind interests. Do you have any sense of shame? Do you truly care about Qingxiu's happiness? Liu Chengwen applauded Long Outyin from behind. Beautiful. Qingxiu, your turn. Cry for me. He's already said so much. If you're not moved, it's just not right. Seriously, just cry. Lung Qingxiu looked at Liu Chengwen, seeing the fire of humiliation reflected in his icy gaze. Liu Chengwen, meeting Lung Qingxiu's fierce glare, awkwardly lowered his hand and pretended to look elsewhere. Long Outyin continued. Uncle Lung, Aunt Lung, Qingxiu is your own daughter. Can you really bear to push her into the fire pit? Everyone in Snow City knows what kind of scumbag Liu Chengwen is. Marrying your daughter to such trash, don't you feel even a shred of pain or regret? Lung Qingqiu scolded angrily. Is it any of your business, a bodyguard, to meddle in my affairs? You're fired. Now get out of here. Long Outyin was stunned. Huh, something doesn't seem right. This isn't how things were supposed to go. At that moment, murmurs arose from the crowd. Who's this guy? How can he be so rude? The family is holding a wedding banquet, and he's here, stirring up trouble. He looks like a pervert. What gave him a nerve to covet the eldest daughter of the Lung family? Better take a piss and look at yourself in the mirror, buddy. Wow, this guy looks so greasy and sleazy. Lu Chengwen was extremely nervous. Why are you shouting so loudly? You've already maxed out the hate. He's about to make a move. Everyone calm down. At that moment, a burly man from the Lu family rushed over and grabbed Long Outyin by the collar. Kid, today is the big day for our young Master Lu. Looking for trouble? See this? Fist as big as a sandbag. Ever seen one like it? Long Outyin sneered. Just a mere mortal. I could kill you with a flick of my finger. Long Outyin closed his eyes and lifted his head. My first battle to make a name for myself is about to begin. Honor, dignity, beautiful women. From this moment on, they're all mine. Long Outyin took a deep breath and snapped his eyes open, an aura of dominance radiating from him. Since you want to fight, let me show you what it means when a war god returns. Today, Allah, with a thud, the big guy in front of him vanished. Looking down, the big guy had already been tackled to the ground by Lu Chengwen. The big guy struggled to get up and fight Long Outyin, but Lu Chengwen held him down tightly, the two of them rolling into a tangle. Bro, calm down, calm down. Lu Chengwen quickly comforted him. He had to calm down. This was the first offering to the protagonist today. If the protagonist one-shot him, he would then break his own leg. Lu Chengwen didn't want the protagonist to break his leg. Lu Chengwen was about to cry. Good brother, no need for that. No need for my sake. That guy was stunned for a moment. Brother Lu, you consider me your brother? Lu Chengwen was exhausted from wrestling with him and said breathlessly, true brothers for life. That guy was moved to tears. With your status, Brother Lu, you treat me as a brother. Today, I'll take care of this punk for you. Long Outyin shouted excitedly. Great. Come on, make a move. Lu Chengwen pressed the guy down and said through gritted teeth, if you're my brother, don't move. Sure enough, that guy stopped moving instantly. Lung Qingqiu yelled angrily. Long Outyin, have you had enough? Get out. I said get out. Long Outyin was shocked. Qingqiu, did the Lu family threaten you? Don't worry. The Lu family is nothing but ants in my eyes. Lung Qingqiu was so distressed, she felt wounded inside. This line is so over the top. Long Outyin, you're fired. You can claim 3 months' salary. Leave right now. I don't want to say another word to you. Long Outyin, understood. Ah, Qingqiu was threatened by the Lu family. She doesn't know I have returned as the war god. She's afraid that I'll be harmed by the Lu family's influence. So she deliberately pretended to break with me, sacrificing herself to protect me. How touching. My woman is truly responsible. It's not just him, even Lu Chengwen thinks so. He said, inwardly devastated. Big sis, you don't need to protect him like this. I'm very well behaved. I won't cause you any trouble at all. I beg you, just go with him. For the rest of the story, it's best if I'm not involved. I really can't keep up with you people. Lung Qingqiu watched Lu Chengwen lying on the ground, with a weeping security guard crushed beneath him, and suddenly thought he looked ridiculous. In all these years, she had never seen any good qualities in him. But today, his frantic and miserable state inexplicably seemed amusing and even a little cute. Lung Qingqiu actually laughed, a rare sight. Brother Chengwen, please get up. Long Outyin turned his head to look at Lu Chengwen, his eyes murderous. Lu Chengwen was startled. Damn, no way. He hates me for this? I didn't do anything. At that moment, a large group of bodyguards rushed over from a distance. Brothers, someone's trying to snatch a woman from our young Master Lu. Get him. A group of men charged over, wielding security batons. Lu Chengwen was stunned. He's a war god. You guys going up there are just free experience points. Don't cause me any more trouble. If you get beaten up, I'll lose my chivalrous and tender thigh. Heavens! Earth! Is this dungeon really this hard to farm? War god Long Outyin really wanted to fight. This was a chance to show off his strength. But that damned Lu Chengwen, why? Why wasn't he acting cocky in front of him? He was pulling left and right, all by himself holding back over a dozen subordinates, struggling with sweat pouring down his face. Was it really necessary? Just let them come. I'm begging you. I'm craving this wave of experience points too much. If I don't farm them, I won't be able to wrap this up today. Lu Changwen had made up his mind. No way I'm letting you farm experience. Not today, no way. From now on, you're the heavens, you're a god. Whatever you say goes, I won't argue. If you can take Lung Qingxiu away, do it. If not, that's your problem. Just don't mess with me. Long Out Yin was about to lose his mind. Mr. Lu, do you have a problem with me? Having just barely calmed everyone down, Lu Changwen spread his arms to block the group of bodyguards. No, I'm totally fine. I am Frid. I think you and Qingxiu are a perfect match. Send me a wedding invitation. I'll chip in. Long Out Yin had pent-up energy with nowhere to go, pacing frantically. Why don't you let them come over? After all, they're sticking up for you. No, don't worry. As long as I'm here, not a single one of them gets through. Lu Changwen turned and shouted at the bodyguards. Whoever makes a move, I'll kill them. Lung Qingxiu also realized that Lu Changwen really could predict some things about the future. And now, the whole situation had completely changed. It now appears that Lu Changwen is trying to smooth things over, while Long Out Yin seems to think the trouble isn't big enough and insists on making a huge scene. Lung Qingxiu had already seen through Long Out Yin's facade and said angrily, Long Out Yin, that's enough. Get out now, or I'll call the police. Long Out Yin's face turned ashen. I am the mighty returning war god, even in the entire outer frontier. No one dares to humiliate me like this. To think that I would suffer such humiliation today. Fine, I'll leave. But Qingxiu, please believe that in the future, no matter when or where, no matter what danger you face, I will step forward, even if it means going against the entire world. Lung Qingxiu suppressed her disgust and pointed her finger. Get lost. Long Out Yin had nothing more to say. His face was practically black. He turned around and glared fiercely at Lu Changwen. Lu Changwen, feeling like crying but having no tears, said cautiously, It really isn't my fault. I don't understand either. You must have been holding it in. Long Out Yin snorted and walked away with a gloomy face. Lu Changwen nearly vomited in the bathroom. After going through several rounds of transmigration, he had summarized the 3 ironclad rules for surviving as a villain. First, never show off or argue with the protagonist. That's definitely the fastest way to get yourself killed. Who do you think the protagonist is? He can't stand you flaunting your stuff. Even if you don't flaunt it, he'll want to mess with you, flaunt it, and he'll destroy you. Second, never touch the protagonist's women. Stay as far away as possible. Those brainless women are all poison when the protagonist kills you. They'll just clap and praise his heroic prowess, then throw themselves into his arms. Third, absolutely never do evil deeds. If the protagonist catches you doing evil, you've hit the jackpot. You'll become the protagonist's EXP pack, contributing a little to his grand cause of showing off. Ding dong. System notification. Dear, congratulations. You've completed the initial survival test phase. Difficulty level, 1 star. We prepared a first stage reward for you, dear. Lu Changwen, what's the reward? A sports car for you, dear. Lu Changwen widened his eyes. What is this? I'm the eldest son of the Lu family, the head of the 4 great clans in Snow City, a rich man who runs the Dashing Group. I barely escaped with my life from that bastard Long Out Yin. And you reward me with a luxury car? Host, don't get worked up. This luxury car is quite special, my dear. What's so special about it? Lu Changwen shouted. This sports car has a full 4 wheels, my dear. Lu Changwen suppressed his anger. What's up with that damn girl Long Qingxiu? According to the plot, shouldn't she have gone with the war god? What's this now? We don't have full details on Qingxiu's situation right now. If you want to know more, please take the initiative to chat with her, host. Chat with her? My ass. Long Out Yin's look earlier was already the kind meant to strangle me. Lu Changwen was about to lose it. After venting his temper, Lu Changwen chickened out again. Please, think a way to get them back together soon. If this keeps up, I'll be dead from your mess sooner or later. Host, don't worry. The feedback we're giving you is that we do want to see you dead, my dear. What the hell? In Lu Guanghong's study, Lu Guanghong put on a stern face. Seat. Lu Changwen sat down nervously. Tell me what's going on. What scheme are you cooking up? No, nothing. Lu Changwen was completely confused. You think you can fool me? I know exactly what kind of person you are. Lu Guanghong said authoritatively. I'm telling you, you'd better straighten up and treat Qingxiu well, or I won't let you off. Lu Chengwen said, she won't marry me. Everyone in Snow City knows how much she dislikes me. Then why did she suddenly do a complete turnabout today and agree to the marriage alliance? I really don't know. I'm puzzled too. Then why did you suddenly put on airs and not want the marriage alliance? I have great love in my heart. Lu Guanghong narrowed his eyes. You really are becoming more and more shameless. Lu Chengwen was extremely dejected and couldn't even be bothered to speak. Take a gift. In a while, go visit your godfather. Lu Chengwen was stunned. My godfather? Oh, right. The basic structure of this book. Snow City has 4 major families: Lu, Chun, Su, and Lung. Among them, the Lu family is the strongest, followed by the Chun and Su families. The Lung family, due to poor management in recent years, nearly collapsed entirely. Fortunately, Lung Qingxiu took over during the crisis and worked hard for 2 years to turn losses into profits, stabilizing the Lung family and preventing total bankruptcy. Therefore, the Lung family is very proactive about marriage alliances. The Lung family is not unaware of Lu Qingwen's character, but currently in Snow City, the only family with both the capability and willingness to save the Lung family is the Lu family. So for the sake of family interests, they have no choice but to pursue a marriage alliance. In their hearts, they actually look down on Lu Chengwen. This is what's frustrating about this book. As a villain, my character design is nearly perfect. Tall, handsome, from a wealthy family, rich, successful at a young age, talented, leading the dashing group through trials and dominating the business world. But such a man, who stands at the top of the human food chain in the real world, is ironically the simp of the female lead, Lung Qingxiu. Everything is designed to make the protagonist feel more satisfied when stepping on me. The better the villain, the more satisfying it is for the protagonist to defeat him. In order to protect Lung Qingxiu, relying on his deep background, he showed off in front of the protagonist and was humiliated and dealt with by the protagonist in various tricky ways, and finally was directly killed. This is the fate of this perfect minor villain. To survive, he must avoid all conflicts with the protagonist. The primary conflict is his relationship with Lung Qingxiu. He must stay far away from Lung Qingxiu, as far as possible. As long as he endures until the ending, he can return to reality with generous rewards, become a tall, rich, and handsome man, marry a fair-skinned, rich, and beautiful woman, and reach the peak of life. He can also cure his mother's illness. The Lu family has been operating in Snow City for a long time and has good relations with the Chun, Su, and Lung families. Especially with the Chun family's patriarch, Lu Guanghong even recognized a godfather, which is his own god-grandfather. Recently, his god-grandfather Qin Xiuxiu has been bedridden in with illness. All the Lu family members have visited him, but he himself, being playful and idle, hasn't shown up yet. Drop off gifts, say hello, and then quickly run away. Yes, that's settled. As soon as he stepped out, he saw the big guy who was pinned down by him at the engagement party, counting his men. The big guy, Zhao Gang, was full of anger. Is everyone here? More than 30 bodyguards stood in several rows and shouted. Yes, good. Zhao Gang's anger hadn't subsided. His face was dark. Mr. Lu's engagement ceremony was disrupted by that guy Long Outyin. Can we swallow this? The crowd shouted no. That's right. Mr. Lu is our boss. In Snow City, only Mr. Lu can bully men and dominate women, do all kinds of evil. No one can mess with Mr. Lu. The crowd raised their fists and shouted, bully men and dominate women, do all kinds of evil. Bully men and dominate women, do all kinds of evil. Zhao Gang casually raised his hand, and everyone instantly fell silent, perfectly synchronized. So we're going to find Long Outyin, beat him up, and get Mr. Lu's dignity back. Find Long Outyin, beat him up. Bully men and dominate women, do all kinds of evil. Bully men and dominate women, do all kinds of evil. Lu Chengwen quickly ran over and pulled Zhao Gang aside. What are you doing? Oh, Mr. Lu, you're here, Zhao Gang said excitedly. Young Master Lu, I have 9 ways to deal with that Long Outyin. 9 ways, just watch me. Lu Chengwen kicked him in the ass. Are you bored? Lu Chengwen looked at these 30-some fit young men. From now on, don't shout things like bullying men and women so loudly I don't want to be a scumbag. Zhao Gang scratched his head in confusion and said, Young Master Lu, you used to be quite shameless. Lu Chengwen was so angry that he was trembling. I care about my face now, okay? Oh, Zhao Gang said loudly. Got it. Now our young master Lu wants to have his cake and eat it too. Get the gist. Everyone raised their fists and shouted in unison. Hypocritical bitch, hypocritical bitch. Lu Chengwen roared, get out. All of you get out. A young man walked along, clenching his fist and muttering under his breath. To act like a whore and put up a monument to chastity. Lu Chengwen stepped forward to kick him. Don't you run, you little bastard. I'm going to fight you today. Zhao Gang grabbed him. Hey, young master Lu, this is all trained according to your instructions. Everyone's used to it. Lu Chengwen was panting heavily. You trained it? Right? Don't worry. I understand your intention. That damn beggar Long Out Yin. I'll make sure to... Lu Chengwen grabbed him. Shogun, young master Lu, we are brothers, Lu Chengwen said with great sincerity. He had no choice, but to be sincere, he could tell this hothead was way too damn reckless. Besides, he was single-minded and impervious to persuasion, saying anything else would go over his head. The key point was that if he let him keep acting up, all the accounts would be settled on himself, and in the end, Long Out Yin would still squash him. So he had no choice but to coax and deceive him. Zhao Gang was moved to tears. Young Master Lu, I don't deserve this. I'm just a... Lu Chengwen said, if you're my brother, don't come at me with a blade. Be good and stop provoking that Long Out Yin. Tell everyone to give him a wide berth when they see him. Got it? Why? Zhao Gang asked. I don't get it. Lu Chengwen said, tears welling in his eyes as he grabbed Zhao Gang's collar with both hands. I've died 6 times already. This time, I'm planning to lie low until the very end. I have to make it to the end. Zhao Gang couldn't understand a word. Young Master Lu, could you just speak Chinese? Lu Chengwen grabbed the idiot by the neck and gritted his teeth. Brother, if you handle this well, I think there's a new sports car in my garage. I'll give it to you. Zhao Gang said, that's a Porsche, you know. It's yours. Zhao Gang wiped his tears and cupped his hands in gratitude. Heaven and earth may be close, but none are as dear to me as young Master Lu. The sky may be high and the earth vast, but none compare to the depth of your kindness. From now on, Zhao Gang's body is your body. Zhao Gang's life is your life. Stop blabbering. Go prepare the gifts for the patient and bring the car around. I'm going to visit my godfather. Yes, boss. The Chen Mansion. Lu Chengwen entered the old man's ward, set down the gifts, and exchanged a few casual remarks with him. Just as he was thinking of an excuse to leave, the butler came in to announce, Sir, the eldest miss of the Su family has arrived. The young master has also returned, along with someone who claims to be a divine physician. Qin Xiuxiu was taken aback. Xue Jiao is renowned far and wide as a medical expert. Why has Xiaohuan brought another so-called miracle doctor? Well, let them all come in. Lu Chengwen thought, oh crap. Damn system, you're messing with me. I can't even dodge this. This is clearly part of the later plot. Su Xuejiao fails in her treatment. Grandpa Chun is on the verge of death, and then Long Out Yin steps in to help. She worships his exceptional skill and falls for him. Old Master Chun is so grateful to him that later he forges a marriage alliance between Long Out Yin, his eldest daughter Chen Mengyun, and the talented Su Xuejiao. None of this plot involves me. Why am I even here? Can't I get even a moment to escape? Lu Chengwen quickly stood up. Grandpa, please take good care of yourself. I have something at the company, so I'll take my leave. Don't go. Damn it. Old Master Chen really liked Lu Chengwen. Lu Chengwen, however, had no feelings for him. According to the plot, Lu Chengwen would later exploit the old man's trust to harm the Chen family. Then Long Out Yin burst onto the scene, saving the Chen family and punishing me once again. But before that, old Master Chen had trusted me a lot. Yeah, if he didn't trust me, how could I have tricked him? If I hadn't tricked him, would Long Out Yin have had a reason to beat me to a pulp? If Long Out Yin hadn't beaten me to a pulp, would he have won Su Xuejiao and Chen Mingyun's affections? The protagonist has to pick up girls, right? You, Lu Chengwen, as a classic villain, contributing a little to the protagonist girl chasing career. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? I disagree. Lu Chengwen screamed at his heart. I'm going to defy fate. My fate is mine to control, not the heavens. Let me see if there's a back door I can slip out through. Old Master Chen grabbed Lu Chengwen, who forced a smile and tried desperately to pry his hand off. Grandpa Chun, I'm fine. I really have to go. Let go. Lu Chengwen, seizing a moment when no one was looking, slapped the old man's hand again and again. Let go. Let go. Let go, won't you? At that moment, Su Xuejiao walked in, said coldly with a straight face. Lu Chengwen, Grandpa Chun likes you the most. You just arrived 5 minutes ago and you're already clamoring to leave? That's too ungrateful. Lu Chengwen saw Su Xuejiao. He also saw Chen Mahuan leading Long Outyin as he walked in. As soon as Long Outyin saw Lu Chengwen, he squinted his eyes with bone-deep hatred. Lu Chengwen thought to himself, a villain should be someone who makes people hate him so much their teeth itch just by looking at him. Lu Chengwen glanced at Su Xuejiao. Oh, what a perfect, beautiful girl. Small in stature, but well-proportioned, with clever and cute features that are exquisitely perfect to the extreme. At this moment, she looks youthful and moving, especially with white cotton knee-high stockings on her slender legs, a unique temptation. Su Xuejiao greeted Grandpa Chen warmly, and then began to check the cause of his illness. This little girl is really full of vitality, smart, and cute. Su Xuejiao turned her head and glared. What did you say? I didn't say anything. You said it, you pervert. Chen Mahuan quickly said. Xuejiao, what are you doing? Mr. Lu hasn't said anything yet. Su Xuejiao was stunned. Am I hallucinating? She gave Lu Chengwen a cold glance, then turned back to continue examining Grandpa Chen's condition. Wow, what a well-proportioned figure. That hot-bodied little cutie, TSK, TSK, TSK. Long Outyin is really lucky. Su Xuejiao turned around again, glaring angrily at Lu Chengwen. Lu Chengwen was taken aback. Su Xuejiao slowly looked at the others. What's going on? Everyone seemed as if they hadn't heard his nonsense at all, and the voice really didn't sound like it came out normally. Could it be his inner thoughts? While Lu Chengwen was fantasizing about Su Xuejiao, he felt a chill at the back of his neck and turned to see Long Outyin staring at him. Su Xuejiao felt something was off, but if she told anyone, who would believe her? After finishing her examination, Su Xuejiao said with a smile, Grandpa Chun, there are just a few blocked blood vessels. I'll clear them with acupuncture needles, so just relax. Long Outyin said, Little sister, I'm afraid it's not that simple. Su Xuejiao stood up and looked at Long Outyin. Who are you? Chen Mahuan quickly introduced. Oh, I forgot to introduce him. This is my good friend Long Outyin, a brilliant doctor. I specially brought him to see Grandpa. Su Xuejiao put on a stern face. I know all the famous doctors in the northern lands, and I've never heard of a young miracle doctor named Long Outyin. Grandpa's health is crucial. Brother Mahuan, don't trust just anyone. Ha, said Long Outyin. Little girl, as they say, true masters don't show off, and those who show off aren't true masters. Don't underestimate people. Su Xuejiao was about to speak when she heard Lu Chengwen's inner thoughts. Yes, that's the rhythm. Keep going like this. You'll treat Grandpa Chun, who's already half dead, into a state where he can't live or die, and then Long Outyin, the great hero, will step in to save the day. The early confrontation between the two is just a prelude to flirtation. Later, you'll secretly fall for him, willingly become part of his harem, and be good sisters with Long Qingxiu. Su Xuejiao turned to look at Lu Chengwen, her face pale with anger. What? My medical skills would fail, turning Grandpa Chun into a state between life and death, and I have to be a concubine to this arrogant guy, together with Long Qingxiu? Who does Long Qingxiu think she is? With that sullen face and condescending attitude, she's annoying to look at. Would I be a concubine together with her? Shut your mouth. Lu Chengwen was stunned. Everyone was stunned. Lu Chengwen pointed at Long Outyin. He's over there. I'm talking to you. Lu Chengwen was about to cry. I didn't say a word. Ask everyone. Long Outyin laughed heartily. Little sister, the old man's illness, I'm afraid, in the entire northern kingdom, no, the entire China, no one can cure it except me. Long Outyin. Su Xuejiao was nearly furious with these two. One kept muttering endlessly in her mind, while the other was being sarcastic and chattering nonstop. Truly, each one is more annoying than the other. While I'm applying the needles, all of you stay quiet. Su Xuejiao glared at each of the two, then focused on applying the needles to Chen Xiuxiu. Lu Chengwen shook his head from the back. Too bad the One King's 9 needles was an advanced technique, but the girl's hand was too conservative. She bypassed two major acupoints. As a result, that oversight made Grandpa Chun shake hands with the King of Hell. Just wait for Long Out Yin to step in and save the day at the critical moment. Su Xuejiao will be completely awestruck by him. It's a pity that Su Xuejiao, a renowned young genius doctor, is destined to become part of Long Out Yin's harem. Su Xuejiao's heart skipped a beat. This bastard actually knows medicine too. She had indeed used a relatively gentle needling technique just now, and she had also deliberately bypassed two more dangerous acupoints. He could even tell that. Since when did he become so knowledgeable about medicine? Sure enough, Chun Xiaoshuo suddenly started coughing violently, his body trembling non-stop, and finally blood trickled from the corner of his mouth as his eyes rolled back. Chen Mahuan immediately screamed, "Grandpa! Grandpa! Xuejiao, what have you done? This is a disaster now." Su Xuejiao's face turned pale, but by now she already knew the root of the problem. Long Out Yin waved his hand grandly and pulled out his acupuncture kit. "Little sister, step aside. Let me bring the old man back to life. Grandpa is still alive." Su Xuejiao said this firmly, then picked up a silver needle and stabbed directly at a vital point. Sure enough, with that one needle, Chun Xiaoshuo immediately relaxed a bit, but he remained in a coma. Long Out Yin was shocked. This young lady's needle just now was completely different from before. She suddenly became bold, and her aim for the acupuncture point was extremely precise. Then she was about to stab another needle, but Long Out Yin's hand, hidden in his sleeve, flicked a finger. Lu Chengwen had been watching this guy closely, seeing his expression change and his hand withdraw a little to gather force. Lu Chengwen's heart skipped a beat. Damn it, this guy's up to no good. Lu Chengwen didn't care about anything else. He went over and grabbed Long Out Yin's arm. "Brother Out Yin." Long Out Yin flinched in surprise. "Huh? What's wrong?" "Nothing. I just think you're handsome." "Oh, thank you." "You're welcome." Su Xuejiao had already heard Lu Chengwen's inner monologue and was startled, but during the crucial moment of acupuncture, she couldn't relax her breath. She slightly turned her head and caught sight of Long Out Yin's mischievous hand gesture. Then Lu Chengwen blocked her view, naturally also blocking Long Out Yin's hand. Su Xuejiao finished the two needles, and Elder Chen's complexion gradually regained its rosy color. Within half a minute, he opened his eyes. "Xuejiao, Grandpa Chun, it's so great to have you here. Don't leave this time, just stay in Snow City. Grandpa, you should focus on recovering." Chen Xiaoshuo had just barely recovered a bit. "Where's Chunwen? Where's my grandson?" Lu Chengwen quickly moved closer. "Grandpa, Chengwen, why does my hand hurt so much?" Lu Chengwen saw that he had just been slapping and patting the old man's hand, turning it red. "It's nothing, just promoting blood circulation." Long Out Yin was furious. He was trying to show off, but somehow it always fell apart midway. "Damn it, Lu Chengwen, you're everywhere." Lu Chengwen turned around and saw Long Out Yin glaring at him, and Chen Mahuan was glaring at him too. The old man favors the Lu boy too much. "I, Chen Mahuan, am your own grandson." Lu Chengwen thought, "Oh my god, I better get out of here. Other than that half-dead old man, Chun, who cares about me? Everyone else wants to kill me. Long Out Yin wants to kill me because I blocked his path to picking up girls. Chen Mahuan wants to kick me to death because his grandfather favors me. Su Xuejiao has looked down on me since childhood, and today she's acting like something's wrong with her. Seems like she wants to strangle me. I need to slip away quickly." Su Xuejiao heard this and smiled to herself. But then she thought of how he had just rushed out to help her, and a strange warmth touched her heart. This guy isn't completely heartless after all. At this moment, Zhao Gang walked up to Lu Chengwen and whispered nervously in his ear, "Young Master Lu, something big has happened. You need to go to the pharmaceutical factory right away." Lu Chengwen was shocked. Something happened at the pharmaceutical factory? Lu Chengwen couldn't wait to get out of there, so he quickly took his leave and fled Qin Manor. Walking on the pathway outside Qin Manor, Lu Chengwen asked nervously, "What's going on?" Zhao Gang's face was pale with anger as he looked around warily. "Talk in the car." Lu Chengwen understood that something serious had really happened. At that moment, Su Xuejiao also received the news. Furious, she chased after them and came up to Lu Chengwen and Zhao Gang. Zhao Gang immediately shut his mouth, looking at Su Xuejiao nervously. Lu Chengwen was still dazed, completely out of the loop. Oh, Sister Xuejiao, why are you in such a hurry to catch up? Is something the matter? Su Xuejiao put on a straight face, watching Lu Chengwen's expression. She thought to herself, this guy really knows how to pretend he embezzled the money for purchasing fine materials, causing the entire batch of medicinal herbs and the ingredient list to not match. And now he acts as if he knows nothing. Su Xuejiao smiled, a smile as sharp as a hidden blade. Brother Chengwen, nothing major happening at the pharmaceutical factory lately, right? Lu Chengwen saw Zhao Gang desperately winking at him and quickly said, nothing major, don't worry. If something comes up, I'll handle it. Why did this girl come out? Where's Long Outyin? Shouldn't they have gone out for tea and started discussing medicine? Why is the female lead following me out? Why does Long Outyin's harem keep clinging to me? The pharmaceutical factory issue is definitely important and must be resolved. Su Xuejiao was stunned. It seemed he really didn't know the details of the pharmaceutical factory. Could it be that he wasn't the one who embezzled the money? Su Xuejiao thought for a moment and said with a smile, Brother Chengwen, it's been over a year since we last met, right? Oh, has it? Haha, time flies, the years roll by. As the wheels of history crush our lost youth. Su Xuejiao almost threw up. This guy was getting more and more disgusting. She forced a smile and spread her arms. Give me a hug. Lu Chengwen now had a headache. He was like a man covered in fleas, not knowing which one to scratch first. Having ruined Long Outyin's good fortune twice in one day, he was probably already on his blacklist. That damn girl Lung Qingxiu inexplicably insisted on being engaged to me. I need to resolve this mess quickly and stop getting tangled up with that brute Long Outyin. Su Xuejiao, the female lead, isn't following the normal plot either now. She's acting weird and clingy. But the most urgent thing now is dealing with the pharmaceutical factory matter. If something goes wrong with the medicine, it's a big deal. And now this demoness actually wants me to hug her. What the hell is hug? Hug what? Who's she playing with? At that moment, Lu Chengwen saw Chen Mahuan and Long Outyin already walking out. Long Outyin's eyes instantly locked with Lu Chengwen's. Lu Chengwen's lips twitched. Isn't this just another fucking disaster? Long Outyin narrowed his eyes. This guy again, ruining my plans. Lu Chengwen quickly pretended to stay calm. What do you mean, hug? He quickly said loudly, Oh, Brother Long, you came just in time. Xuejiao was a bit upset just now, but actually she admires your medical skills very much. Why don't you find a coffee shop and have a good chat? Both of you are obsessed with medicine, so you definitely have a lot in common. I have things to do, so bye-bye. Lu Chengwen turned around to leave, thinking to himself, I can only help you this far. I wish you a happy marriage and a kid soon, but just don't drag me into it. You two are a perfect match. I'm just a piece of garbage, okay? He had to leave immediately, or Long Outyin might pick a quarrel. Su Xuejiao glanced back at Long Outyin, snorted contemptuously, then turned around and grabbed the corner of Lu Chengwen's clothes. Brother Lu, don't go. Since we were kids, haven't you always given me a hug whenever we part? Lu Chengwen's eyes widened in shock as he looked at this little lowly. Su Xuejiao's stunningly beautiful face was like that of a fairy, with big eyes as bright and clear as black gems. But beneath that stunning beauty and clear gaze, Lu Chengwen caught a hint of smugness, cunning, fierceness, and even a trace of malice. She did it on purpose. Su Xuejiao was definitely doing it on purpose. Lu Chengwen had thoroughly pissed her off. Her thoughts had been mostly overheard by him. So why was he so certain she would throw herself in a Long Outyin's arms? What gave him the right? Su Xuejiao was getting into it now. So you're afraid of Long Outyin? Huh? Humph. The more you fear something, the more I'll rub your nose in it and make your life miserable. Lu Chengwen's eyes were filled with hostility and shock. He slowly pushed Su Xuejiao's hand away, thinking viciously to himself, this little brat is trying to screw me over. She seems to know I'm terrified of Long Outyin. So she's doing this on purpose, definitely on purpose. Su Xuejiao was almost laughing out loud. She continued to act pitiful and cute, but her eyes seemed to say, Sis is doing it on purpose. Who knew that you, Lu Chengwen, could be afraid of someone too? How amusing, how amusing. Today, I'm going to scare you to death. Ah, sweet ting. At this moment, Long Outyin and Chen Mahuan had already approached. A cold smile curled at the corner of Long Outyin's mouth. Every time we part, you have to hug. Young Master Lu, how dashing. Lu Chengwen's mouth twitched. Before he could explain, the reckless Zhao Gang stepped forward and said loudly, "So what if we hugged? What are you, just a—" Lu Chengwen pulled Zhao Gang back, thinking, "Don't stir up trouble for me. Even if we were both tied together, we wouldn't stand a chance against him alone." Lu Chengwen said awkwardly, "Sister Xuejiao is joking. Nothing of the sort." "What do you mean nothing? It started when I was 8. That time at the family banquet. You tricked me into a corner for kisses and cuddles for the first time, don't you remember? You even made me take off my clothes for a checkup, saying you planned to be a doctor. I was so worried that day. I almost believed you." Long Outyan's fist slowly clenched, his gaze on Lu Chengwen growing sharper. Lu Chengwen, however, squinted at Su Xuejiao, this demon. He finally understood in his heart this damn girl seemed to know his weak spot. The key point is that she has an innocent and invincible lowly face. With that pair of innocent big eyes, no one would believe that this damned girl has such a dark heart and explosive acting skills. I finally got another chance to defy fate and change my life. I'm not going to fall into this little girl's hands, am I? Could it be that Long Outyan and his girlfriends are an obstacle I can never overcome in this life? Su Xuejiao was also calculating in her mind. He seems to know Long Outyan very well, and these two seem to have some grudge. Great. Evil people will be tormented by other evil people. Neither of you is any good. One robs men and bullies women, committing all kinds of evil. The other attacks an old man lying in a hospital bed, trying to stop me from saving someone. No matter who kills who, it's a win-win. I love watching bad guys kill each other." Lu Chengwen wiped the sweat from his forehead and forced a smile. "I don't remember things from when I was a child. Then today we have to hug, right?" Su Xuejiao leaned close to Lu Chengwen and said in a low voice, "If you don't hug me, you won't be able to leave." Lu Chengwen narrowed his eyes, a deep resentment in his gaze, and said in a low voice, "You got guts." With all his might, Lu Chengwen forced an ugly smile and gave Su Xuejiao a brief, awkward hug. But Su Xuejiao bear-hugged Lu Chengwen back, shouting, "Oh, brother Chengwen, you're so annoying, always taking advantage of me." Lu Chengwen shoved Su Xuejiao away, already on the verge of exploding with rage. Long Outyan steadied the wobbling Su Xuejiao and glared at Lu Chengwen. "What's your deal, Mr. Lu?" Lu Chengwen's head buzzed. "Damn it." He quickly forced a smile and said, No, I just got a cramp. You two talk our family's pharmaceutical factory is in trouble. I have to rush back." Lu Chengwen turned and nearly ran off. Zhao Gang froze for 2 seconds, then pointed at Long Outyan. "You just wait, you bastard." With that, he turned and chased after Lu Chengwen. Long Outyan, however, didn't bother to chase Lu Chengwen. With a beauty by his side now, he had no time for Lu Chengwen. "Xuejiao, are you okay? Did you get hurt?" "Don't worry, I won't let Lu Chengwen off the hook." "Oh, really?" Su Xuejiao instantly turned cold and put some distance between herself and Long Outyan. "He is Master Lu of Xueqing, someone ordinary people can't afford to offend." "With you?" Long Outyan laughed heartily. "What 4 great families. In my eyes, they're all ants." A cold glint flashed in Su Xuejiao's eyes. "All ants?" Realizing he had misspoken, Long Outyan hurried to explain. "No, I mean, goodbye." Su Xuejiao strode quickly to her car. When she reached it, she pulled off her uniform in one motion. A team of assistants swarmed around her and immediately draped a black trench coat over her. Su Xuejiao instantly transformed from a pure, innocent little girl into a cold-faced Sundara queen, a veritable mini version of Lung Qingxiu. As soon as he got in the car, Lu Chengwen was still fuming, pounding the armrest with a bang. "Damn it, I almost died just now." Zhao Gang quickly raised the partition window between the boss cabin and the driver's cab to isolate the driver. "Don't worry, Master Lu. I'll find someone to kill that Long Outyan and get revenge for you." "Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit." Lu Chengwen gritted his teeth. "It's mainly that girl Su Xuejiao, that damned little wench." Zhao Gang said with a smile, "Master Lu, it seems she's really smitten with you today. She even threw herself into your arms. Don't worry. I'll help you win over that little genius doctor from the Su family. Then the Su family's resources will be ours." "Shut up." Lu Chengwen was annoyed to death. "Remember, don't provoke Long Outyan, and don't set your sights on Su Xuejiao. That damn girl clearly wants to screw me over." "Heh, isn't that just fine?" Shougongrin Sli Sli. "It doesn't matter who's playing who between you two, right?" Lu Chengwen looked at Zhao Gang and was about to lose his temper, but then he thought Zhao Gang was just used to being a lackey. He didn't understand the things Lu Chengwen knew. Getting angry at him was like casting pearls before swine. He could only sigh. What's going on with the pharmaceutical factory? What Lu Chengwen didn't know was that at this very moment, Su Xuejiao was sitting in her business car, wearing earphones and monitoring their conversation. The hug from just now was the act of secretly planting a bug. At this moment, Su Xuejiao sat in the car with a cold, sharp gaze. The secretarial team watched her nervously, not daring to make sound. Zhao Gang said, "Director Zhang of the Drug Supervision Department is really a fucking bastard. The young master cut down on some valuable fine materials in this batch of medicine to save costs. Besides, it's just Chinese medicine, it won't kill anyone. That damn Director Zhang actually wrote a resignation letter and plans to blow this whole thing wide open with it. Tell me, isn't that old bastard just asking for death? I say we handle it like this. Just go ahead and private label and ship the medicine as usual. After all, it's Chinese medicine, it won't stuff anyone to death or poison anyone. That Zhang guy just wants money, right? Give him 10 or 20 million to keep his mouth shut. If he refuses, we'll make him disappear for good. Once he's gone, this matter will." "All right, shut up." Lu Chengwen lowered the partition window and said to the driver. Speeding toward the pharmaceutical factory, Su Xuejiao took off her headphones, her gaze growing colder. "Lu Chengwen, if you dare to do such a heinous thing, don't blame me, Su Xuejiao, for being unkind. Others may fear your Lu family, but I, Su Xuejiao, am not afraid of you." Moreover, a sly smile curled at the corner of Su Xuejiao's lips. At the pharmaceutical factory, a few knowledgeable executives were arguing fiercely. One faction believed the drugs should not be destroyed. This batch of drugs was too expensive. Destroying such a large quantity of finished products would alert the drug regulatory authorities. The loss would not only cover the costs of raw materials, fine ingredients, and finished processing, but could even shake the company's foundation and the market reputation of the brand. The losses would be immeasurable. The other faction was simpler. If the drugs were substandard, they couldn't be labeled, sold, or released. No way, no how. The two groups argued furiously. Lu Chengwen buried his head in his hands on the table, thinking only of his own troubles. Why is everything so annoying? When it rains, it pours. All the bad luck comes at once. This isn't even the main plot. What kind of system is this? Can it arbitrarily alter the storyline? There's no long out yin in this scene, is there? What's up with Su Xuejiao? Why does she suddenly want me dead? Just then, the door was pushed open, and everyone immediately stood up. "Hello, President Su." Everyone greeted Su Xuejiao in unison. Lu Chengwen froze. Why was she here? Su Xuejiao sat down across the circular table, looking at Lu Chengwen with a smile. "Brother Chengwen, I've heard all about it. What's your plan?" "Oh." Lu Chengwen's mind raced. This batch of medicine cannot leave the factory under any circumstances. It must be destroyed. Su Xuejiao was startled. Her eyes flickered several times in an instant, as if she were staring at a complete stranger, fixing her gaze on Lu Chengwen. Must be destroyed, so that was his true thought. Got it. I'll say we should ship it normally and let her be the one to oppose me. There's no way she'll let this batch leave the factory. If she gets annoyed enough, she probably won't bother with me after this. I'll use this opportunity to pick a fight with her, then pull out my shares. Yeah, that's the plan. I'm a goddamn genius. With that thought, Lu Chengwen began to chuckle. He walked up to Su Xuejiao with a sycophantic grin. "Sister Xuejiao, you see, the situation is like this. The cost of this batch of medicine is too high. Compressing the ingredients was my idea. The efficacy might be a bit reduced, but it's Chinese patent medicine, it won't kill anyone, right? But if we destroy it, it'll alert the drug administration. Then we'll have to hold a press conference, and our factory will be finished. The reputation of number 9 pharmaceutical factory will be ruined. The stock price will crash, and sales will plummet. Then we won't make any money in the future, right? We're silencing everyone in the know. At this moment, we have to withstand the pressure and get the big things done. Don't you agree?" Lu Chengwen looked at Su Xuejiao with a grin, but inside he was anxious, thinking, Scold me, hurry up and scold me. Oppose, hurry up and oppose. I'll withdraw my shares, and you become the major shareholder. From now on, we won't provoke each other, we'll never have anything to do with each other. Just go obediently date long out yin and be his concubine. We'll each go our own way, and neither gets in the other's way. Su Xuejiao was no pushover either. This guy had already made up his mind to destroy this batch of medicinal materials. But he won't do it himself. So what does he mean by making me do it? Since when did this guy have a doctor's conscience? And why are you avoiding me like the plague? Am I so cheap that I go become a concubine for that disgusting piece of trash? Long out, Yin? Su Xuejiao's eyes twinkled as she said with a smile. Chungwen, I think the same as you. Indeed, the pharmaceutical factory can't do without you. At critical moments, we still need you to steer the ship. Lu Chungwen's smile instantly froze. He looked at Su Xuejiao as if she were a complete stranger. Xuejiao, did you mishear me? I said we should OEM the medicine and sell it. That's right, Su Xuejiao said. That's what I think too. Lu Chungwen shook his head vigorously, feeling that his world was completely F-king shattered. What the heck is this? With a healer's heart, Su Xuejiao, how could you do something like this? Agreeing to such a wicked deed that would curse your future son to be born without an anus, have you lost your mind? Lu Chungwen forced a smile. Xuejiao, you need to think clearly. This is medicine meant to save lives. If it's not up to standard, it could delay the patient's conditions. Just imagine, thousands upon thousands of people might suffer because of our pills. You understand, right? I understand it all. Su Xuejiao made up her mind. This is just a game of who blinks first. Both of them secretly decided that this batch of medicine absolutely could not leave the factory, but each wanted the other to be the one to suggest it. At this point, Su Xuejiao already knew Lu Chungwen's bottom line, while Lu Chungwen was still in a daze, unable to see through the fog. Su Xuejiao had won from the very start. The scheming little lowly said lightly, with a relaxed expression, "It's just a batch of Chinese patent medicine. What's the big deal? If it really delays the patient's conditions, then it's their own bad luck for getting sick in the first place, right, Brother Chungwen? But our hard-earned money is spent, and if we can't recoup it, the company's loss will be huge. Brother Chungwen, I support you in doing this. I'll sign off on it, and this batch of medicine will be shipped out today. Orders that have it all sent out within 3 days." As soon as the contract was brought up, the secretary handed over a pen, and Su Xuejiao picked it up to sign. Seeing that Su Xuejiao was really about to sign, Lu Chungwen panicked, pressed down on the signing area, and stared at Su Xuejiao. Su Xuejiao, her big eyes blinking, looked at Lu Chungwen. "Brother Chungwen, what's wrong?" Lu Chungwen was trembling with anger. He was very disappointed in Su Xuejiao. "Don't call me brother anymore. You're my father." "Xuejiao, have you really thought this through?" "Yes, I have," said Su Xuejiao. "I only trust you, Brother Chungwen. Whatever you say, I'll listen." Lu Chungwen lowered his head, so frustrated he could explode. He snatched the document and tore it to pieces. Lu Chungwen pressed his hands on the table, hung his head, and said in a low voice, "Report to the Drug Administration that we need to immediately destroy this batch of medicine and ask them to send someone to supervise. At the same time, launch an internal systematic investigation, and all relevant departments should review their work procedures. Investigate and punish those involved in the procurement of fine materials, revoke their practice qualifications, and refer them to judicial authorities for filing an investigation." She had won. Zhao Gang was so shocked he was about to go crazy. "Mr. Liu, this batch of medicine is worth over 600 million. Over 600 million. Please reconsider. You and President Su have already." "Get lost." Lu Chungwen vented all his anger and frustration on Zhao Gang, deliberately cursing him out for others to hear. "Is a security captain qualified to meddle in company affairs? Can't I even establish basic family rules? This is medicine. Medicine used to save lives. Listen up, all of you. If anyone dares to let even one box, one bottle, or one pill of this batch leave the factory, I'll twist his head off and kick it like a ball. Not just today, from now on. If anyone dares to scheme over the fine materials, I'll have them thrown in prison this instant and make them rot behind bars. Even if it's 6 billion or 60 billion, I'll let them rot in our factory. Not a trace of medicine residue will leave the factory." Lu Chungwen looked at Su Xuejiao. "What do you think, President Su?" Su Xuejiao smiled. This time, it was a smile of relief. She suddenly felt that she didn't know Lu Chungwen that well. This guy was completely different from when they were kids. Are those rumors about him being a bully and committing all kinds of evil really true? Could it be a mistake? And the way he just lost his temper was actually kind of handsome. Brother Qingwen, I told you, you're the one in charge. Whatever you say, I'll listen. Lu Chengwen looked at Su Xuejiao's triumphant expression and suddenly understood. This damn girl had known from the start that I wouldn't let this batch of medicine leave the factory. Has she never heard of my reputation? Sister, I'm a bully, a thug, a scoundrel who does every evil thing and is blinded by greed. How dare you play me like this? No, something's wrong. Something must be wrong. Su Xuejiao stood up and said with a smile, Brother Qingwen, my birthday is next week. I invite you to my birthday party. As for things here, I'll leave them to you. Su Xuejiao turned and left. At this moment, she was completely relieved. She had Lu Chengwen all figured out. There was no need to worry about him running wild in the pharmaceutical factory. He didn't have that ability. Sitting in the car, Su Xuejiao felt uneasy. When Lu Chengwen saw that I approved the shipment of these drugs, the disappointment in his eyes was just like he was the good guy and I was the #1 villain of Xueqing. But I have to admit, the guy really impressed me today. Thinking about how I had him running around in circles earlier, racking his brains to outsmart me, only to end up pushed to the brink, it was just too fun. At that thought, Su Xuejiao burst out laughing. Her secretary team was dumbfounded. They exchanged glances, and the lead secretary asked cautiously, President Su, what's wrong? Oh, nothing. Su Xuejiao put on a straight face and tried to look serious. But then the vivid memory of Lu Qingwen's wretched expression hit her again, and she let out a snicker. Evening came, and the city lights began to glow. Lung Qingxiu had been restless all day. Lu Qingwen's situation was just too strange. Why could she suddenly hear his thoughts? And why could he accurately predict Long Outyen's behavior? He seemed very afraid of Long Outyen, but they clearly hadn't met. Among those present today, only I knew Long Outyen had excellent martial skills. How could Lu Chengwen so keenly sense the danger in Long Outyen? Too many mysteries. Has all this guy's so-called love, liking, and pursuit of me over the past 3 years been fake? Because Long Outyen showed up, he backed off and dared not compete? The secretary knocked on the door and poked half her body in. Boss Lung, heading home. MMO. Lung Qingxiu composed her thoughts. Let's call it a day. Lung Qingxiu felt something was off, like something was missing. That was it, someone was missing. For 3 years, at this time every day, there was always a sycophantic pest waiting early at the door, wearing a flashy suit, holding flowers, chasing after her with sickeningly cheesy pickup lines. She had to endure that guy's harassment and fake flattery every day, and every day at this time, she'd be humiliated in the company building. But today, without seeing the empty doorway, Lung Qingxiu's heart suddenly felt hollow. Walking down the hallway, the sound of her high heels seemed especially cold and lonely. A secretary muttered under her breath, Huh, why does it feel so quiet today? Another secretary blurted out, Mr. Lu didn't come. Oh, that's why. Yeah, usually by this time, he'd already be waiting at the door, chattering nonstop. Lung Qingxiu shot them a glare. Got nothing better to do? The secretaries quickly shut up, and the group walked quietly to the elevator. Lung Qingxiu felt extremely uncomfortable. What's going on? Hadn't she always wished Lu Chengwen would stay far away from her? Hadn't she always prayed for him to disappear from this world? Now that he was gone, what was wrong with her? Lung Qingxiu was restless and irritable. When she reached the entrance, a girl who was specially assigned to pick up the flowers every day was already waiting. Seeing Lung Qingxiu and the others coming out empty-handed, she was taken aback. Then she looked behind Lung Qingxiu, but there was no sign of Lu Chengwen. She looked utterly bewildered. Lung Qingxiu stared at her. He didn't come today. Sitting in the car, Lung Qingxiu grew even more irritable. It felt as if, without Lu Chengwen, her life had suddenly changed. Her irritable mood tormented her for a long time, and she resolutely picked up the phone. Hello, is this Lu Chengwen? I want to see you. It was extremely noisy on Lu Chengwen's end. Huh? What? Speak louder. I can't hear you. A girl's voice came through the phone. Young Master Lu, come drink with me. Oh, hold on, I'm on the phone. President Lung? I'm a bit busy here. Let's talk another day. Beep, beep, the call ended. Lung Qingxiu was furious and said to the driver, Find Lu Chengwen's location. Go to him. Lu Chengwen found Chen Maochuan. Chen Maochuan was Lu Chengwen's best friend, Chen Maohuan's older brother, and Chen Mingyun's younger brother. Chen Machun wasn't as handsome as Lu Chengwen, he was a standard fat guy. The Chen family's business was now managed by Chen Mengyun, but Chen Machun held the largest share. In other words, this guy hardly does anything serious, he just drives a sports car, chases foreign chicks, and has money to burn. Chen Machun had plenty of lackeys around him, but basically no friends. His only close friend, someone he considered his ride or die, was Lu Chengwen. When Chen Machun got Lu Chengwen's call, he was stunned. The moment he heard Lu Chengwen wanted to have some fun, he got super excited and sent him a location right away. It was a high-end private club where the girls were all models. If you couldn't spend at least 80 to 100 grand in one night, you'd be too embarrassed to step inside. And that was just for ordinary rich folks. For Chen Machun, if he didn't blow through $1 million or $2 million in one visit, it was only because he felt sorry for his old man and wanted to save the family some money. So, despite being fat, he enjoyed top-tier treatment there. Lu Chengwen was feeling restless. He wasn't some country bumpkin having been a villain 6 times before. He knew how the wealthy partied, and this kind of place was no mystery to him. He noticed that Chen Machun was also bored out of his mind, having stared at the hot girls until his eyes were glazed over, having enjoyed everything there was to enjoy, and now he didn't even know how to entertain himself anymore. But Chen Machun was much more animated, saying excitedly, "Sally, Schwer, and what's your name again?" "Brother, I'm called Tion. Whatever. You girls take good care of my big bro. He rarely comes to places like this. If you can make him feel truly ecstatic today, I'll give each of you a red envelope of 100,000, no upper limit." The girls suddenly got excited, all crowding around Lu Chengwen. "Young Master Lu, what kind of fun do you like?" "Young Master Lu, let's play some games. We have lots of games that are absolutely soul-stirring." Lu Chengwen had come to have a good time, but found he just couldn't enjoy himself. "You girls, quiet down for a moment. Let me chat with this fatso." The girls obediently stepped aside, turned off the music, and chatted quietly while holding their wine glasses. "What's wrong?" Chen Machun asked. "Don't like it? Get new batch." "No, Lu Chengwen Said. Lung Qingxiu and I are getting engaged." "Did you know?" "I know." Chen Machun snorted. "That Lung Qingxiu, I don't even know what to say about you. What does she have? Figure? Face? Every girl here has those. Do you know how many Beauties youth you've wasted in these 3 years? Besides, even if you like being a simp, why do you have to simp over her? With that lousy attitude of Lung Qingxiu, what's left of the Lung family? They still have to rely on your Lu family to keep them afloat. Yet she still acts all high and mighty, with a stinky face all day. Just seeing her makes me want to puke." Lu Chengwen looked around. "We've been throwing money around and having fun in places like this since college. After all these years, you still haven't had enough?" "Long fucking had enough," Chen Machun said. "But what can I do? What do I know? I want to work once in one morning. I took 3 naps. My subordinates reported work stuff to me, and I couldn't understand a damn thing. I don't know anything else. All I know is spending money, having fun, and picking up girls." Lu Chengwen looked at him. "What you do isn't called picking up girls. Picking up means pursuing. It's not the kind where you're willing to spend money and snap your fingers for them to come over. What? Do you expect me to be like you, trailing after a woman like Lung Qingxiu, who never has a good expression all day? At least she's a girl from a good family." "But my sister is also from a good family," Chen Machun demanded. "Why did you break up with my sister? Why did you go after Lung Qingxiu instead of her? You two grew up together, childhood sweethearts. If you had saved those 3 years of bullets for my sister, you'd be my brother-in-law by now, and I'd probably be holding my little nephew." Lu Chengwen stared at this shameless bastard, Chen Machun. "Fucking hell. Don't you have a clue why I broke up with your sister? Wasn't it because you got me drunk and set me up with a few foreign girls in my bed, and your sister caught me red-handed? I was young and didn't know any better. We could have talked it out. But you, acting like the big shot of the Lu family, just dumped her without a second thought. Seriously, did you ever actually get with my sister, or did you just get bored and throw her away on purpose?" Lu Chengwen nearly shouted at him. "Your sister and I were in high school back then. Fucking high school, I didn't know a thing. I kissed her on the cheek once and couldn't sleep for 3 days. But you two were together all 3 years of college. Have you lost your memory?" Chen Machun shouted back. "Didn't you tell me I had to practice on other women first? Or else I wouldn't be good enough and your sister would look down on me." "Lu Chengwen, say it clearly. The first time I said I wanted to practice, the second time, You dragged me along, saying we needed to review the previous lesson and consolidate what we learned, so I could score well with your sister. Right or wrong? Was that you or not? Damn, now you're blaming me? Lu Chengwen said excitedly. When that bunny girl was swinging around the pole, showing off her thighs, you were kneeling on the floor, crying like a mess, saying I had given you a new lease on life and that you wanted to live it up like this every day for the rest of your life. Was that you or not? I was young and didn't know any better. You just let me do whatever I wanted. When I was a kid, I dreamed of being a doctor, a lawyer, an astronaut. But you led me down this path, and now I'm nothing. Now I'm just a joke in the family. Didn't you become a doctor, lawyer, and astronaut? Lu Chengwen's question made Chen Machuen pause. Then he nodded. I did. I played a gynecologist for fallen women, a flirtatious lawyer for a sexy female defendant, and even a starship captain seducing a female astronaut in the space shuttle. The two stared at each other for a moment, then suddenly burst out laughing together. Lu Chengwen said with a smile, "You are truly despicable." Chen Machuen thought to himself, I should become an actor. It was at this moment that Lu Chengwen's phone rang. As soon as Lu Chengwen saw Lung Qingqiu's name, his face changed and he immediately screeched. Quick, quick, get all the girls over here. Turn up the music loud. Let's party. Chen Machuen was bewildered. Why the sudden party? No time to explain. It's Lung Qingqiu's call. I need to make her keep her distance from me. Hearing it was Lung Qingqiu on the phone, Chen Machuen, a nearly 200-pound fatty, actually jumped up and growled through gritted teeth. Party. Party like there's no tomorrow. That's why the phone call just now happened. They thought the call would end the matter. But within 30 minutes, the club manager came over and whispered to Lu Chengwen, Mr. Lu, Miss Lung has arrived. She's already in the elevator. Should we have the girls withdraw first? The manager was shrewd, knowing the dynamics among the people here. Nonsense which club doesn't keep tabs on the personal affairs of the young masters from the four great families of Snow City. They are cash cows. They're premium customers. They know their girlfriends' or wives' phone numbers, license plates, temperaments, and social connections inside out. Otherwise, who could handle groups of women lining up to catch their cheating at the club? But now, Lu Chengwen didn't need them to be slick, at least not with Lung Qingqiu. So when Lung Qingqiu walked in, she saw Lu Chengwen with his arms around two beauties, singing with his eyes closed. They all say I'm dashing and romantic. The invincible overlord spear, yo-yo, screeched. The music abruptly stopped. Hey, why'd it stop? I was just about to show off my coloratura tenor. Lu Chengwen turned around. Oh, if it isn't my almost fiancée, the gorgeous Lung Qingqiu. Ha ha, have a seat, pick a song and sing. Lung Qingqiu stared coldly at Lu Chengwen. You're really enjoying yourself. Just having some fun. Did you need me for something? That one sentence stopped Lung Qingqiu cold. Over the past 3 years, he had always come to her. Well, had she ever sought him out? Lung Qingqiu's lips moved slightly. Come with me. I have questions for you. For Lu Chengwen, Lung Qingqiu was used to this tone. In her subconscious, her taking the initiative to speak to him was already a huge favor to him. He would certainly immediately grin and be overjoyed, following her without a second word. But times have changed. Lu Chengwen laughed. I am a man, a tough and strong man, a proud and dashing young lad. What's wrong with finding a few girls? What? Are you unhappy? Are you angry? Fine, call off the engagement. Everyone was utterly shocked. The general manager was ready to step in and mediate, but then he heard the tone was off. This young master Lu was completely disrespecting Lung Qingqiu today, and it seemed he was heading straight for a breakup. Don't move. Let's observe first. Lu Chengwen was very pleased with himself. Lung Qingqiu, don't say I didn't give you a chance. If you can even tolerate this, I'll admit defeat. Oh, your chest is heaving with anger. Are you annoyed? Are you furious? Going to lose your temper? There's a glass of beer in front of you. Pick it up and throw in my face, and we'll call it quits. Lung Qingqiu took a deep breath and suddenly laughed. Lung Qingqiu walked over, and a girl quickly moved aside. Lung Qingqiu sat down next to Lu Chengwen and warmly pressed against him. Oh, why are you angry? I was worried about you. Lu Chengwen was so shocked, he felt like he was about to explode on the spot. Not just Lu Chengwen, even fatty Chen Machuen was stunned on the spot. Behind them stood the club manager, always ready to put out fires. The club manager widened his eyes in disbelief that this was the formidable Lung Qingqiu. Lu Chengwen was frightened by Long Qingxiu. As she held him, his body involuntarily shrank and tried to dodge, but his mouth still blustered. Don't think that just because you apologized I'll stop cursing you. Long Qingxiu hugged him. Let's not play around today, okay? I really want to talk with you today. Lu Chengwen looked at Long Qingxiu and felt that everything had fallen apart, completely fallen apart. What are all the female leads in this book doing? Su Xuejiao suddenly looked strangely. Her genetic mutation was already enough to give him a hard time. What the hell has gotten into Long Qingxiu today? What is this all about? I just want to quietly be a minor villain and live a peaceful life. I don't want to mess around with big shots like you. Why is that so hard? Isn't it better for us to mind our own business? Wouldn't it be nice to never interact again? Is it really that hard to just ignore each other? Listening to Lu Chengwen's inner thoughts, Long Qingxiu felt a pang of bitterness. Does this guy really want me to get as far away as possible? Lu Chengwen gritted his teeth. He decided to take a risky move. Damn it, in for a penny, in for a pound. If you make the first move, I'll make the last. If I don't give you a taste of something harsh, you want to know how many legs this young master has. Lu Chengwen said with a smile. You want to calm down? Fine. He grabbed a bottle of foreign liquor and slammed it on the coffee table. Drink it. First, Long Qingxiu never drinks. She has a terrible tolerance and gets very drunk from just a little. Second, Long Qingxiu has immense pride and has never been coerced or humiliated in her life. She has never been forced to drink as a punishment. Lu Chengwen didn't believe it. He refused to believe that Long Qingxiu's bottom line had vanished. He couldn't accept that she would accommodate him endlessly. That wasn't the character of a strong female lead, nor should it be hers. I don't buy it. Long Qingxiu stared at Lu Chengwen, her eyes filled with anger and grievance, tears swirling in her sockets. Lu Chengwen looked at Long Qingxiu, whom he had pushed to the brink of explosion, and suddenly felt a pang of heartache. Long Qingxiu had never suffered such humiliation in her life. He had pampered her for 3 years, licked her boots for 3 years, chased after her for 3 years. For 3 years, he had always been compliant, swallowing his pride, speaking softly, and doing everything to please her. She always acted high and mighty, but today he was determined to make her bow in public. Lu Chengwen yelled at himself in his mind. Lu Chengwen, what are you feeling sorry for her for? Don't be fooled by those pitiful eyes. You have to hold firm. You can't keep being entangled with her. Offend her now and break up with her once and for all. Wow, but those resentful eyes. Am I committing some sin here? Lu Chengwen pretended to be indifferent and said, if you won't drink, you're not showing me respect. No respect means Lu Chengwen, in Snow City, am. Long Qingxiu suddenly grabbed the bottle, tilted her head back, and poured it into her mouth. Everyone watched in silence. Lu Chengwen watched this scene, seeing the noble and proud Long Qingxiu with alcohol spilling from the corners of her mouth, and he clenched his fists nervously, cheering himself on. Lu Chengwen, don't feel sorry, don't feel sorry. Feeling sorry for her is torture yourself. Don't actually drink it, sis. Stop drinking. Just curse me a few times and walk away. If that's not enough, you can slap me. What are you doing? Long Qingxiu suddenly choked, put down the bottle, and coughed repeatedly. Lu Chengwen breathed a sigh of relief. Phew! But before he could recover, Long Qingxiu grabbed the bottle and started drinking again. Lu Chengwen couldn't bear it anymore and snatched the bottle away. The two stared at each other. The private room in the club was terrifyingly quiet. Long Qingxiu's eyes were red, tears at the corners, staring at Lu Chengwen as if to say, happy now, young Master Lu? Satisfied, young Master Lu? Wanting to drink more, young Master Lu? Lu Chengwen shamefully averted his gaze, not daring to meet her eyes, and said in a low voice, sorry. The manager nearby felt he should step in and flatter, so he clapped his hands. Good. President Long, such a great tolerance for alcohol. Truly a heroine. Get lost. Lu Chengwen roared. The manager was stunned for a moment and quickly said in a low voice, let us go, everyone. All the waitstaff and girls hurried out. Lu Chengwen let out a breath and stood up. Let us talk. Walking in the corridor of the club, Long Qingxiu was already swaying. Lu Chengwen remained silent the whole way, filled only with self-blame. I didn't mean to make things hard for you. It's just how did things come to this? Long Qingxiu's mind was already unclear, her steps unsteady. Finally, she stumbled, and Lu Chengwen quickly caught her. The last words Lung Qingqiu heard in her mind were Lu Chengwen's inner thoughts. I'm sorry, I'm really sorry. I didn't mean it. In her daze, tears welled up at the corners of Lung Qingqiu's eyes. Lu Chengwen, you're not human. Lu Chengwen carried Lung Qingqiu horizontally in his arms and sighed. You're right. I'm not human. Lung Qingqiu's team of secretaries all panicked.